Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ifepo, and if you are just seeing my face for the very first time, you're very much welcome, guys. I'm so excited to be doing this again as always. So today our Bible study would be on Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1 and verse 2. So let's just start right. So I'll be reading from verse 1. Therefore then, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses who have borne testimony to the truth, let us strip off and throw aside every encumbrance, unnecessary weight, and that sin which so readily clings to and entangles us. And let us run with patient endurance and steady and active persistence the appointed course of the race that is set before us. So, looking at this verse, it's just talking about us running with determination, with clarity of purpose, not being distracted, and all of that. But that can only happen if we let go of that particular sin that easily besets us. Okay, so that particular sin that we always fall for, here the Bible is saying it is known as weight, unnecessary weight. And I was just thinking, I was trying to meditate and picture athletes on the field trying to run and all of that. And the truth is, most of them are not big, in size. Why? Because they want to be able to carry themselves quickly and swiftly, and anyone that is big in size might not find that easy. And I also noticed that not all I've never seen any athletes with load, because they've not even carried load, they've not won, they're on their own alone, they've not yet won. I'll talk of carrying. You understand? So they don't carry load, they are just on there. And in fact, the clothes athletes put on, they are very light clothes, because they don't want anything to distract they don't want anything to distract them, or just anything heavy that would not just make them carry themselves well. They try as much as they can to let go of them. So now, as Christians, God is telling us through verse 1 that anytime we keep falling into a particular sin that makes us fall, any sin that makes us fall and stumble, that sin is known as an extra weight. That sin is tagged in the spirit realm as an extra weight, and it will not allow us run with determination and with purpose. So let's read verse 2. Verse 2 says, looking away from all that we distract to Jesus, who is the leader and the source of our faith. The King James Version will say, looking unto Jesus. When you see athletes running, they are always focused. You don't see them looking at the crowds cheering them on. You don't see them looking at their peers, like their colleagues who are running along with them. You don't see them looking down, trying to see if something wants to disturb them or all of that. You don't see them listening to the commentators. You don't see them. All they look at is the finishing line. They look straight up to where they are heading towards, right? So I just want to encourage us to picture Jesus at the end of the race. Let's see Jesus, because the truth is, when we look at the people we are running together with, even as Christians, there's going to be discouragement, there's going to be discouragement, basically a whole lot of discouragement. And if you want to look at people cheering us on, just know the people cheering you on are still the same people that will crucify you and all of that, right? So God is encouraging us today, do not look to the right or to the left, but let's ensure that our focus remains on Jesus, even as we run this Christian race. It goes on to say, who is the leader and source of our faith, giving the first incentive for our belief, and is also its finisher, bringing it to maturity and perfection. He, for the joy of obtaining the prize that was set before him, endured the cross, despising and ignoring the shame, and is now seated at the right hand of the throne of God. So this is just so this part of the Bible, this verse we just studied today, is just telling us that even Jesus did, this as well. Jesus ignored the shame. He went through a whole lot. But how was Jesus able to win at last? How was Jesus victorious in the end? He was focused. He was looking at that glorious crown, that glorious position, that glorious place waiting for him, in heaven. That was how, and that was how Jesus was able to pull through when he was on earth, and he finished strong. So Jesus, like we read in verse 2, is the author and finisher of our faith, not any pastor, not any woman or man of God, not any brother or sister's coordinator, not any HOD and whatnot, what have you, right? So Jesus should be our focus. Jesus should be the goal. Jesus should be the aim. Jesus should be the purpose. Jesus should be the propelling force. Yeah. And definitely we would be victorious. Because why? Jesus can never fail. Jesus can never disappoint. We would not look to Jesus and be discouraged, But if you make any other thing your propelling force, right? It's good to have mentors, right? It's good to have leaders we submit to. It's good to always be under authority, even as Christians, but they should not be our focus. They should not be the goal. It should always be Jesus and Jesus alone, and that is when we can finish strong. I hope this was an amazing time you had. Because I did. Sharing God's word is always awesome for me. Thank you all so very much. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.